Morning.
Morning.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Wonderful morning this morning. I decided to enjoy two of my loves today, riding my motorcycle and talking about God. So combine the two of them today. Nice to see everybody here. It's really a homecoming today. I saw Marty made it out of the hospital. She's back. Danielle here all the way from Germany, says she knows everybody over here from the YouTube. But she's seen every YouTube since 2011 and really can't miss the videos. Marty said the YouTube's really helped her while she was in the hospital. So it's wonderful to hear that we're, that it takes me a lot of time to do those videos. It's always nice to hear the feedback. Some people like the beginning little paragraph, other people like different parts of the video, so it's there for you to pick and choose as you like. If you're not receiving them, put your name on the list at the back of the church, and I'll make sure if I don't have your email right, I'll get it right. And if I don't have it at all, I'll definitely put it on there. If you're, please silence your cell phones unless you're law enforcement personnel or medical personnel. The restrooms are down the hall, quick right, quick left. Please use them at any time. In the back room there, looks like somebody brought a couple rounds of brownies. And there's some donuts, and coffee, and tea, and water, sodas and water in the refrigerator in the back to help yourself in at any time during the service. We're not real bound to ceremony here. This is the Sunday morning service of the People's Church of Divine Prophecy. As you can see, Ronnie is not here today. Marty is graciously filling in for him again. He got hung up out of state with his business. Hope it's not another junkyard story like he told us. Hope he's had better luck than that. I'd like to have Danielle. I visited Germany. I'd like the candles to start the service symbolizing the unity of body, mind, and spirit.
We're all here.
Spirit took a little bit to get lit, but we're going to light it up today. So Danielle is so cute. She walks in the back door. She's one of the first ones here. I know everybody in here. I've been watching you all on YouTube since 2011. And she said something you've never heard about me before. My voice is too low and she can't hardly hear me on the internet. Let's see. Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the first name. Dear Father God, we give thanks for the homecomings today, the new experiences that people are going to have today, and all of those coming home, whether the first time in spirit or return times in spirit. We give thanks for this feeling of coming home, the blessings of those being here. May we all feel the kindness, love, and hope. Amen. The next portion is the reading by the pastor for the day. On the way here this morning, I was feeling, and when I got up this morning, I was feeling and thinking about the guidance of God in your life, in my life. What this guidance provides is a view beyond the immediacies of what we're going through here today. It's that which gives us hope into the future. It's that which puts perspective on everything that we're seeing and hearing today. As long as I feel that God is involved in all that's going on in my life, I can look with hope for the resolution of it. I can look with hope to seeing the purpose of it. And I can look with kindness on that which is occurring. Anytime I find myself being critical or nitpicky of people, I know that I'm not being guided by God. Regardless of how that person's acting, regardless of what that person has done to me or to others, it's my duty as a spiritual person, after I'm initially done acting as a human, to back up and try to see the spiritual perspective of it. We can't help but act as human beings because that's what we are first. We're going to be shocked, we're going to be ashamed, we're going to feel all the emotions that go through these things. But what a conscious contact with God does is it puts us in check. It's that little voice that says, okay, now that you're done acting like that, let's act how you're supposed to act. Speak up for people. Take up for people whether you like them or not. If they're being picked upon, if they're being talked about. It gives me hope in people. It keeps me from getting too caught up in my own mind. And it allows me to forgive myself for things that I've done that might not have been quite appropriate at the time. My wife was saying something about somebody the other day about how this or that. And I said, you know something? There's a lot of people out there from 20 to 30 years ago that knew me that would never believe that I'm the person that I am today. They would still view me as the person that I was, which was not a very nice person. Everybody says I'm kind of soft-spoken, but my son back there with my granddaughter would probably disagree with that over the course of his life. So it's just a matter of where you're coming from and what people think about you. So take time to connect to God. Take time to trust in God. And take time to love those around you as much as you can. That changes from day to day. Be kind to yourself when you're not on your game, as they say in the sports world. Be kind to yourself and others when you are on your game. And always think of God at some point in the interaction. Thank you. Please stand for the next thing.
I'm watching our littlest person there. She is adorable.
Thank you.
Look at his big pen number 6 from Diane. A tree. You know how you count the rings? Have you ever thought about how in the very center of the tree is that first little sapling? So everybody here is a child inside of theirs. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Come by here, my Lord, come by here. Come by here, my Lord, come by here. Come by here, my Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Someone singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone singing, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya.
Please be seated. The next portion of the service is the healing portion. That's where we have healers standing on the side that channel the energy of God into those. It can make a better time better. It can make a sad time better. It can make you feel better. No matter where you're at, what you're doing. So if you wish to, please have a seat as they become vacant. Asking is going to be the guided meditation during that time. And during that, you're going to hear this, which means one of the chairs has become vacant. So you can still enjoy the meditation and know when the chairs have become open. So we'll I'll start the service by reading on the back of the hymnal and called the prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Find a comfortable position to sit so we can start the meditation. Let go of all the tension in your physical body. Feet straight on the ground, now palms up in your laps. Just relax, close your eyes. Take in a deep breath through your nose, inhale. And exhale. Take in another deep breath through your nose. Hold it and release it. Do it one more time. Inhale deep. Hold and exhale. Keep on breathing with each breath. In and out. Release all the tension, all the thoughts that are on your mind, that are bothering you. Just breathe it out with your exhale. Bring your focus and your attention to your breath. Become aware of your breath and engage in the mechanism of your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And feel your body becoming more and more relaxed with each breath. Feel yourself going deeper within. Find that peaceful presence that is within. That is very quiet. Connect to that peaceful presence within. And repeat to yourself gently and quietly, I am at peace within and without. Just repeat quietly, I am at peace within and without. With your inhale, feel peaceful sensations filling your entire body, your mind, your spirit. Your mind has become quiet. There are no thoughts. You just feel your breath and the peacefulness of your consciousness that is still. Focus on this stillness and the peacefulness. Now slowly shift your awareness higher to your forehead. Become aware of your third eye in the center of your forehead. Envision brilliant golden light entering through your forehead. And spreading gently inside and around your head. Clearing your mental body, activating your pituitary glands, activating your third eye to its full potential. Envision this golden energy clearing and healing your mental body as you release and let go of all the negative thoughts that are holding you, that are stopping you from advancing spiritually and achieving your highest potentials. Just feel this golden energy clearing all these thoughts and placing them with positive, creative thoughts. Feel this energy moving gently down to your heart chakra. Clearing and healing your emotional body. As you release and let go of all the emotions and feelings of sadness, pain, hurt. As you release and let go of the events that have caused you harm and pain, as you release and let go, you forgive yourself and others. Feel this golden energy filling your heart, your emotions with love, joy, happiness, and acceptance. Feel the love in your heart and know that you are loved and you are capable of loving everyone. Love is your essence. And that essence is God. Feel God's unconditional love and compassion in your heart and embrace it. Breathe in and breathe out and feel the energy circulating inside your body, touching and renewing all the cells, the tissues in your physical body, the areas that needs healing. Just draw this energy in that area. And feel and see that area as being filled with this golden energy. Healed. Feel the energy going down to your knees, down to your feet, and exiting from the bottom of your feet, extending deep into the ground, anchoring you to the earth. See this golden energy expanding outside your body. See yourself standing in this beautiful golden light. See this golden light projecting through your aura, brilliant golden light, and feel the energies of love vibrating through your electromagnetic field. The more light you project, the more light you attract, and the more love you give, the more love you receive. See yourself as a brilliant golden sun. That is creating shift in the consciousness of humanity, of the people with your immediate surroundings. See yourself and your light enlightening the whole planet, Mother Earth. Creating shift in the consciousness of humanity everywhere. Just to stand tall and allow your light to shine and be the light that you are. Claim your divinity and be the light that you are. Envision a new world, a new earth. Envision a peaceful and harmonious earth. Let the love from your vibrations reach humanity everywhere. Let your love reach the oceans. Touch the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom. Let light and love prevail on earth. Let there be light on earth. Let it begin with us. Let there be love on earth. Let it begin with us. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with us. Allow these feelings and emotions to sink deep into your consciousness. Be at peace within, always. Regardless of all the challenges, the lessons, the hardships, be still within. And focus. Be at peace always. And be still. Slowly start coming back to your physical body. Engage with your physical senses. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
The next portion of the service is an inspirational lecture. And today we have Reverend Diane Davis, currently from Cassadaga, Florida. And she will lecture for us today. She always has a lot of interesting experiences to share and does it with a good humor too. So please welcome Reverend Diane Davis.
get rowdy and throw it across the room.
Still on her horn,
You're going to stand there the whole time I'm talking?
just checking.
Okay, just curious. This is okay, Steve? Okay, I'm talking. This morning, as I was attempting to be inspired as to what to speak on this morning with you all, I was very aware of how receptive this group is every time I come. And in nature, there's a wonderful law of receptivity that influences all of us, our planet, our earth, our universe, and more. And then I started to realize about being 7 years old. You're going to wonder where I'm going to tie in the law of receptivity, but I'll get to that in a minute. At 7 years old, there was Harry. Harry was this maybe 3 foot tall young guy. I call him a guy. A boy just sounds too young. At that point on the playground, looking at Harry, I had a crush. And you know, we played cowboys and Indians. I think I was the one that got shot. I don't remember. But don't you think sometimes about all of the stages and phases of your life and how significant and important they were at the time, and then how you've grown? Well, I got this magnet, a kitchen magnet, one of those refrigerator magnets. I don't buy them too often anymore, but I know none of you have them plastered all over your refrigerator. However, I have one, and the man on it must be about 6'5", very slender, on a tricycle. And he's trying to ride it so his little knees are, well, they're not little, his long legs are sticking out straight. He's got a nice shirt and tie on, looks very devoted. And anyway, but he's sitting on this tricycle, and the magnet said, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? So Steve's inspirational talk really moved right into being an introduction. He does that for me. It's so nice to have inspiration. And I was thinking of all of the stages and phases we go through. Some of you haven't reached certain time frames, but I can remember certain time periods in my life that were magical, and they seemed better than others. Or that there were times when I went through crisis, or I went through challenge, or I went through changes, and there was a difference then as well. We moved from Arizona to Florida when I was 15. When you're in the middle of 15, it's not an easy time to uproot, change friends, change schools in your junior year of high school. It was a definite experience, and yet, for me, it was probably one of the best that I could have experienced, and life is like that. We often have adventures, challenges, changes that occur, and sometimes when we're in the midst of them, they can feel uncomfortable, or we can feel really angry, we can feel restricted, we can feel sad, limited, unhappy. And yet, sometimes looking back on some of those changes, challenges, they really became opportunities for greater growth, greater expansion, greater opportunities that broadened something within us, stretched a concept, brought us a new insight, brought new friends, new people, and with those new experiences, there was often an opportunity too to further our talents, our skills. All of those things have been available to all of you at every point, at every stage, at every moment in your life. So how old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? Think about it. What age would you choose? Well, then there's the one when I was 17, That was pretty exciting. There was a lot of neat things that occurred. How about you? Do you have one of those? Then about 33, that wasn't so hot. And then later, and some of you, I'm going to bypass you in age because you're not even that old, but you know, it's like, and then there was the one when I was, and I thought I fell in love. Oh, no, it wasn't Harry. And the interesting thing is we go through emotions all the time. You're adding to your life constantly. The soul of you wants to expand, and it always is. The soul of you wants to create, and it wants to create joyfully and impeccably, and it always is. Your soul is constantly adding to it, adding to it, adding to it, adding to it. And the incredible thing is the soul of you is something that it doesn't die, it's not killed out, it won't stop. It's a forever thing. The body of you houses that incredible forever thing. And so the body of you is going to carry forth and go on and create in this lifetime until such time as your soul has more to do and boogies out into the universe. That's my concept. However, it is also something I understand of life after death. When we're talking about spirit and we're talking about people who have passed away and we're giving evidence of life after death and mediumship in our messages, the beauty of that is not just the fact that it makes someone emotionally feel closure, perhaps. It draws in opportunity, perhaps, for someone to feel something of a connection to somebody who's been very important in their life. But what it does do to me, the greatest gift, is it gives evidence that there is an existence beyond this one. And the most amazing thing is this existence is just as important as any other you'll ever have. And so how you participate in this existence is keenly how you're adding to the soul all the time. The soul is an incredible thing, and the soul does not punish you. The soul does not punish you. The universe does not punish you. When things seem to be challenges or things don't feel correctly like they're going very well, when you reach challenges with your health, possibly, when there are limitations, when relationships don't work out, when there's a challenge of a job, there's all types of experiences that turn into crises for people. And all of those are very significant because they're yours, they're not mine. And yet, I know that I grew up with sitting at the table where I should eat everything on my plate because of the starving children in China. The only time I heard about children starving in China was from my mother at the table. When I was little, it didn't make any sense, but you know what? It made me feel guilty if I didn't eat everything on the plate. How about you? What did you learn? And it doesn't mean anything that was something inappropriate from my mother. What it means is, what did you hear? What did you hear when you were younger? What did you hear? What were you exposed to? And all of those things have meaning, and all of those things have importance. And they are not wrong or right, good or bad. They just is what they is. And they was what they was. And you will have what you will have. What you take into the next breath, the next step, the next opportunity in your life, what you do with the next moment, and how you embrace it. The exciting thing with that is that there's always newness, and there's always ahas, and there's always those moments that are special. Yesterday, I was giving a talk for about a half hour at our gala day. We have a special event in Cassadaga twice a year. And I was speaking on natural law, and I got all excited, because I get excited, what can I say? And it's not all about Harry. But in speaking about it, it's about the energies of life, because natural means inbred or inborn, and the energies within us are so vital and so significant and so important. There's never a time in your life where you've done anything so terribly horrendous that you're still not worth it. And yet, in our life, there's often prescriptions. You know those prescriptions where if you do this, you'll get that? Well, Allstate has one now that if you're good, if you're a good person, good things will happen to you. What is that what they say? And I'm thinking, whoa, what are you planning? What seed are you putting in there? Because you know what? Your good might be very different from my good. Your perception of things might be very different from my perception. Your experience with the color black might be very different from my experience with the color black. Does it make you wrong? No. Does it make me wrong? No. It's the laws of our universe. You operate every day using all of the knowledge that you have and the insights that you have. You move on those emotions, those mental awarenesses, those talents, those skills, those experiences, those people you've met, and the interactions and relationships you've had. The beauty of that is your receptivity. I told you I was going to get to it. Your receptivity is an incredible thing. It's like a vacuum. Your receptivity is something that when you allow in life, you broaden, and the soul is going to expand no matter which direction you're looking. The soul is going to expand no matter if you're looking at pain or not. And so you get choice. The incredible thing about having choices, you have them at every step. You have them at every moment. You have them all of the time. You just sometimes don't feel that they're your choice because you feel that life might be out of your control. But you know the one thing you do have control of is you. And the receptivity is an amazing thing because it's that little girl in the playground that had the receptivity in that moment to feel that little excitement over some other little person that was there too, or maybe it was the little fake gun that was pointed at her, I'm not sure. But you know, the incredible thing with you is you're going to have choices all of your life, and the choices that you've made in the past, no matter how much you bungled something in the past, no matter what judgment you place upon it, no matter how you perceive that you would not want to do it again, so what? It is what it is, and it was what it was. So how old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? How young would you feel? Not because you could retrace your steps. No, that's the law of remorse. That's a whole other discussion. However, the receptivity in your life is based upon what do you want and what do you think you can't have. Why do you think you can't have it? Well, that's a good one. If the soul of you is a forever thing, then how is there something that's kept from you in life? Tell me about that. And so if there's an abundance of all things in the universe, and if our soul is creating, then the soul is going to create in the direction you're looking. And if it is, what about those moments when you have those insights and those awarenesses? You know, when I was speaking yesterday, there was a baby in the back of the room. And the baby, when I first walked in the room, I came in the back, and I looked over and I saw this little cherubim face. And I walked over and I said, how are you? And of course, this was not a person who could talk back. He said, who is this crazy lady? that it's little, the lights lit up, and the father was holding him. And the father said, oh, he's smiling. And I said, well, I would hope so. Because if he doesn't, it's going to make me a little sad. And, you know, there was a receptivity of energy in that little person in that moment. Not a conscious recognition of this person's being nice to me and fun and sweet or whatever. But a receptivity of energy. You are energy commingling with energy all the time. You're commingling with the air that you're breathing, the chair that you're sitting in. You're commingling with the energy of all things, always. And if the energies that are comprised in any event or issue or situation are something that are not bringing you joy or not feeling comfortable, or there's a little ripple in them that says, I'm not so comfortable and happy here, then it's to observe that, not from the point of judging it as good or bad, but from the recognition of, okay, what can I shift here or what can I change? What do I want, and how do I perceive I can have it? And you know, that's when you bring the control of life back to yourself. You're going to be walking with that infinite in and through you constantly. You don't have to wait to be given a gift. You've got one. It's called life. The essence of all that you are is you are a composite of all these energies that allow you to be the fullness of all that you are. And you know what? You're different from me, and boy, I'll bet you're glad. And you know what? I'm different from you. I'm not going to say a word on that. How old would you think you are? How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are chronologically? There's times when I feel so young within my heart of hearts, and there's times that I feel so incredibly aged. That's an aged word, isn't it, aged? It is an aged word, isn't it? But I do. And then sometimes I feel just like I'm 10, and then I'm housed in this body that doesn't want to quite act 10 years old. And then there's times when I feel like I'm 106 and I'm trapped in a body that's even older than that. How about you? How about you? What do you go through? None of it is good or bad. It is what it is. Your thoughts swing constantly. Do you understand that? They swing. You can go bounce, 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 bounce with your thought all the time. You're taking whatever I'm saying, and either you're waiting for lunch or the donuts, or you're listening to what I'm thinking, and then your mind's shooting off. And it does that. And how quickly it does it, well, that's a whole other discussion too. But the amazing thing about you is that your chronological age is significant. You know what wrinkles provide? Oh, I can't help that one. They provide a sense of time. If you didn't have a sense of time, if you looked the same when you were born as when you lived through life 100 and whatever years, you wouldn't have a concept of time, and that could be very confusing, not to say very bizarre. And what happens is, throughout age, no matter at what stage you're at, I don't care how young, how old, it doesn't matter. You're going to commingle with the energies of life, and you're going to have opportunity in life to make choices, to make choices, to make choices. The choices offer you greater opportunity for your own sense of self-control. And you know, when in the meditation, in the inspiration, we talk about emotions and we talk about the mental capabilities. And what happens when they're all united, wonderful, and when they're not, and when there's inner conflict, it is what it is. But it often is an opportunity for a new thought, a new inspiration, a change. You know, you have that at any moment. You have that with every blink of your eye and every breath. You have that moment of change. A change of attitude, a change of heart, maybe. But you know what? There's some people in my life that are just stinkers. Well, they are. You know the type. Come on. Let's be real. And so, do you really want to invite them over for dinner? Well, okay, I don't even have a dining room table, so it doesn't matter. But what I'm getting at is, all through your life, you're going to have this. You're going to have real, and you're going to have unreal. You're going to have yes, and you're going to have no, and you're going to have good, and you're going to have bad. And you're going to have good, and you're going to have evil, and then there's that whole other discussion on that part too. But you know what? You're going to have receptivity to many things. It's not just acceptance and allowance of other people. It's a receptivity of life. When you let it come on in, you were doing that in the beautiful healing meditation. I got an eyelash stuck and I was trying to blink it over there and not making a fuss and not moving around a lot. And you know what eyelashes do when they get stuck in your eye? I just thought I would bring that home to you all and make you share it. So, what happens for us is when you have that receptivity, when you have those moments, when you have the moments when your body is still great, but if your body isn't still, it's okay. When you have those moments when you brought the breath in, when you allowed the breath to pierce through your body, and you've had movement, the brain changes, the emotions shift, the alkaline acidity balance starts moving. There's all kinds of things that are happening for you physically. What about emotionally? What happens when you're holding a grudge? What happens when you're unhappy? What happens when you're feeling stuck? Or what happens when you're bored? I mean boredom. You know, where's the receptivity in that? Well, the receptivity can be a new aha. And it can be the aha that's like looking at the lightning biting the jelly. It's that moment, it's that moment when I smiled at the little baby. It's that moment, and it wasn't me trying to make the little baby happy, it was me happy looking at the little baby. And that's participation. Your participation in your life is extremely important and valuable. Your participation at every stage, no matter what stage that is significant. You might be the most brilliant lecturer. You might be the most wonderful, skilled, yada yada. And you know what? That's wonderful, but you know what? All through your life, all of those days, all of those moments are going to be extremely significant. No matter how you influence people or how you share with people and what you do with people, all of the moments of your life are important. Your life is a tapestry of all those moments tied end to end. And when you can take all those moments, allow those moments to be significant, allow those moments to be important, then you're going to embrace whatever age you're at. Whatever age you're at. Not from a point because you have to, but because you get to. Not because you have to, but because you get to. At every stage in your life, at every opportunity, it's to observe what you get to do, not what you have to do. And if you can change that little bit of thought, if you can look upon it, anything, any issue, any situation, anything. I have a little problem with doing the dishes. I have to get into that mode that says, oh, I get to do the dishes. However, once I recognize that the outcome of that is that the dishes are done, they're put away, and my kitchen is the size of your walk-in closet. So you know what? That feels good. And sometimes when you can see the consequence of your choices, and sometimes when you can be aware of what you get to do and you don't have to do in your life, and you can swing it for just a minute, it might bring you a little bit more joy. And it might bring you that little moment that says, you know what? I feel kind of timeless in this body. I feel kind of timeless in my attitude. I feel kind of timeless in my spirit. Because the soul of you truly goes on forever. And there's no joke about that. And there's nothing that's going to stamp it out or kill it or change that. And you're adding to it every moment, every bit of laughter. So how old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? What's your question today? But I'm grateful for the moment of laughter and the moment of joy. And thank you.